Alright lads, and so today we got some pretty exciting news regarding our next big live stream and also next set of reveals for Bleach Brave Souls, and it will be happening as expected on the 15th of June. Now right from the get-go I want to clarify two things. This is not the big anniversary stream. That is going to be the Bankai Live that is scheduled for July. That is when we are going to get the 10th anniversary part 1 characters revealed. This is going to be a mini live stream, maybe get some pretty exciting news, but most importantly reveal the upcoming characters that will drop alongside this stream. They did this back in April where we had another 10th anniversary live stream. The live stream happened, it revealed the new Ichigo and also Aaroniero, and then a few hours after that live stream, the characters themselves released. It's a really cool idea in my opinion. Having the announcement and then also release of the banner in the same day, same hour, is kind of cool. It was different. They very rarely ever do that. I don't want them to do that all the time. You know, the 10th anniversary, I want some time to lead up to it. Get the announcement ahead of time and then have them come out, you know, a couple of days later. But we do know from the point event, it is also leaving on the 15th, so that is when this banner is releasing alongside this live stream. The second thing to clarify is more so on my end in terms of the YouTube side of things. I'm not sure if I will be able to live stream this event. I will be on holiday, but I am trying to manage something, and I might be able to be live when this does go up, but it won't be as smooth as my normal live streams are because I'll be using like a laptop. The quality won't be nearly as good, but if you want me to be there and react to the new characters alongside me, you know, we'll make it work somehow, even if it's not the best. But if you scroll down, this one, this time around, it might be a bit bigger compared to the previous one, because the previous live stream that we did get, again, it was basically just the new character reveals. That was the main thing, and we did get some Senkaman news, but nothing entirely new in terms of quality of life updates. It was just showing us a bit more of what we had already technically known. In regards to Senkaman, we just got new images, basically. This time around, though, it's got me a bit more excited because what they're saying here is that new characters for the next summons will be revealed. That was expected, but now it's confirmed, right? We are going to get character reveals in here. But they also say you might even get to hear about some long-awaited news. Huh? What do you mean? What is long-awaited news? And when I personally read this, I can only think of something that has been announced in the past and had not yet come out, because otherwise it's not long awaited. So for example, we'll talk about the characters that could potentially appear in this live stream, right? But a lot of people are saying Dangai, Ichigo, Monster Aizen. I would not consider those long awaited news. They're long-awaited character remakes, yes, obviously, but it's not like they ever teased them in the past, you know, for us to be waiting a long time for that potential eventual news. We do have a roadmap where we do have news regarding the next couple updates, you know, Epic Raids and Extreme Cop are next in line. I wouldn't refer to that being long-awaited news, and even though I'm looking forward to that potential news and update in regards to those game modes, I don't think that's something you do tease. So in regards to this statement, long-awaited news, what I personally believe this is going to be is the announcement of the upcoming voting characters. So let's quickly talk about that. It's a whole backstory because it happened such a long time ago. I was in Japan when this actually happened and the voting started, January last year. I can't believe it's taken so long for these characters to come out. You know, for those that aren't aware of how Caleb actually developed characters in a way, they planned 6 months ahead of time. So these upcoming 10th anniversary units and the units that are getting released this upcoming week, you know, they were planned ahead of time during maybe the start of the year. And in general, it takes around 6 months for a character release. Now, that doesn't mean they spend 6 months on a character. You know, they're working on 6 to 5 characters every single month. But the idea is that from the planning stage to release, it takes around 6 months. And that's what we know going into the 10th anniversary. We are going to start getting season 3 of 1000 Year Blood War, because that ended at the end of the year. This isn't something that we made up, by the way. We've known this for a while. It was even confirmed by an ex-Caleb employee years ago, keep in mind. So with that in mind, I'm very surprised that it's taken so long for these vote characters to get announced. Even more so because they did actually confirm it at the end of the year that they're starting development for these units. It's only a matter of time. We know we are going to get them this year. It's been over 6 months since that announcement. I'm not sure exactly when this vote banner could release. My guess would be after anniversary, because we only have so many banners left. This upcoming mid-month, we have swimsuit for end of month, and then we have anniversary part 1 and 2. So my guess, this upcoming vote banner, it might get revealed who the characters are, and then hopefully confirm what designs they have. I don't need to see the character designs or the concept art. I would just like to know names and what design they're going to have. Spirit Society, Cacao Society, for example. And then maybe with that, we can expect the banner sometime after the 10th anniversary. So to me, that's the only news that I could expect to be long awaited, because it's something that we voted for over a year ago. They announced 6 months ago that they're working on the units, And I feel like that is something that I'm going to be excited about. And I think a lot of people too, because it was the first ever banner that we ever voted for. And we've had votes in the past. We had the Bleach Brave Souls April Fool's event where we voted for Likime, and she ended up being a 4-star. We had the yearly vote banners, but we don't ever get to vote for new characters in a banner to appear and what designs they do get. So I do feel like this banner should be quite a special one, maybe released in September end of month. September end of month usually is a big celebration outside of anniversary and, end of year. So my guess is likely that banner is going to release in September, but they might announce the characters now. And just to throw it out there in case it does happen, because I know a lot of people do want a Burn the Witch collab. Would we consider that long-awaited news? Probably not. But it's been quite some time since we've had a Burn the Witch collaboration or any news regarding Burn the Witch in Brave Souls. So would they consider that long-awaited news? I'm not entirely too sure. So scrolling down. Now let's talk about something even more crazy, right? The two guests that are going to appear on this live stream. Morita, he is the ambassador for the 10th anniversary. He is there for every Bleach Brave Souls live stream, and the last live stream, and even the 9th anniversary one, which wasn't a live stream, it was a video, it featured just Morita, the voice actor of Ichigo. This is the first time for this mini live stream they brought a second voice actor, and coincidentally, look who it is. Aizen's voice actor is going to be here. Now, it's worth mentioning when it comes to these live streams, the voice actors that appear don't always confirm a new character. We had past live streams of characters like Aizen, for example, and we didn't get a new Aizen. However, this time, I want to say maybe more likely, because this isn't a Bankai live stream. This isn't a stream where they gather like just a bunch of popular voice actors to come together and talk about the game. The upcoming actual 10th anniversary Bankai Live in July will have multiple voice actors. Like always, this is a mini stream, and the last mini streams they have been doing was fine with just Morita. Given the nature of these streams, I don't think we need multiple voice actors, so going out of your way to get Sho Hayami, the voice actor of Aizen, is quite crazy. And again, going into this banner, I know a lot of people are expecting even 5th anniversary remakes, or more specifically, climatic battle remakes. This, after all, is going to be a big live stream to reveal some hype important characters, right? In a way, this is going to be the start of the 10th anniversary. Not officially, but it will likely have 10th anniversary in the title. I like to call it the Prelude banner, like we got with Mugetsu last year. So we've always known June mid-month was going to be a big banner. And the prediction going into the start of the year was that it was going to be Full Hollow Ichigo, since Mugetsu was remade last year. But we've already gotten Full Hollow Ichigo and also Segunda Etapa Okiura in a decisive battle remake, so maybe it would make sense to follow that up with a climatic battle remake featuring some of the more hyped characters and fights in the series. I know for the most part that's what everyone was expecting. And then now for this live stream, you have the voice actor for Ichigo and also Aizen? Yeah, it should mean something, right? It should mean something. Hopefully it does. But that's basically all we have in regards to the news. There's some retweet campaigns, right? If you retweet the post that goes live, you can potentially get a 10th anniversary con, acrylic stand, pretty cool stuff. And then also at the same time, if your tweet does get read out, you can get some potential merch. So some decent stuff going on with Twitter, but that's basically the live stream. Then upcoming mid-month, which will potentially kickstart the anniversary. Not the main headline, again, part 1 is happening July 23rd. This, though, will be happening on the 15th. The stream is happening alongside the new banner and also release of the characters. New characters are confirmed to be revealed, but alongside that, we're getting some long-awaited news. What could that news be? My guess is the costume poll banner that we voted for. And then the voice actors for this live stream is Ichigo and Aizen. Does that mean anything? I guess we're going to find out. Again, I hope to be live during this stream. At the very least, I can make some videos on it on the same day, just not to the quality that I usually do. But again, we'll see how it does go. In the comments below, let me know what you guys think about this live stream. Are you excited for it? Hopefully you are. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care and peace.